Good morning and welcome back to another edition of Fatherosophy. Today we're looking at hard subject, 4 steps to surviving a divorce as a dad. What does that look like? Does it suck? And can you make it? Yes and yes. And here's how that goes. So, backstory, I've been through a divorce and had a son with my practice wife. And how that works and how that looks was a long, interesting story, but I want to give you the 4 steps so you can survive that divorce, that separation with your kids being involved. Are you ready for those 4 steps? Here we go. Let's jump in. Step 1, breathe. Deep breath. Day 1, wake up, breathe. Next thing you do after you breathe, realize you are alive. You're going to make it. You're okay. You're not in a perfect situation, but you're still alive, which means you have the opportunity to change your situation. So, day 1, step 1, Operation Distraction. In the early stages, I had to distract my mind. So I'm not thinking about all the mean and evil stuff that happened. Like, I can't believe she did this, and I can't believe this, and this is so bad, and this is so messed up, and this is wrong, and that is wrong. And don't dwell on that negative stuff. You need Operation Distraction in full effect. So for me, went for a run, take a walk on the beach, go outside, go eat something. I started cooking like crazy in those first couple days. So I was cooking all kinds of crazy foods, play some video games, watch some videos, watch some Netflix, catch up on YouTube, whatever it is. You need to distract your brain from all the negative energy that's been involved in your life. You got to remember to eat. You got to remember to do some basic things. That way your brain and body can function as you slowly approach your new normal and your new deal. So step 1 is breathe. You're alive. You're going to make it. You need to know that. Don't give up. Don't quit. You can do it. You can make it. Step 2, we call this step the game plan. So in the game plan, that's where you got to get real organized, because now most divorces don't have, dad's in the basement and mom's upstairs. It's separate houses. So where are you taking your kids? Where are they going to sleep? Where are you going to sleep? How's it going to look? How can you talk to them? How often? Is it a video phone call? Is it a regular phone call? Is mom the gatekeeper? Are they old enough to have their own phone? Is there a tablet involved? Do we send like cute little video messages, or how does that work? So you got to have a plan. You got to get organized. And you got to know. So that way, when you are dealing with your ex, you can say, hey, I want A, B, and C to happen. This is how we're going to structure our time together. This is how we structure our time apart. This is how I'm going to communicate to them. This is how I'm going to show up. Because when you know that and you're organized, you give your kids some structure that they can lean on, but you also give your ex some structure that they can depend on, which helps in your relationship, because like it or not, you guys are involved together in this relationship. So you got to be real organized to make sure you know what you're going to do and your kids know what you're going to do, because they're counting on you. They still love you. They want to see you, but you got to be organized to make that happen. You can't be talking visitations and weekends and say, well, what weekend are we going to do this month? Oh, I don't know. What's good for you? I don't know. Have a plan and say, no, we're doing the third weekend of the month. I'm taking my boys fishing. My girls are going to watch this movie, and then we're going to do this. You got to have some kind of organization in your world, because you're the boss of your life. And if you don't take control of it, it's just going to fall off the wagon. So get your game plan in order. That's step 2. So step 1, breathe, you're alive. Step 2, got to have a good plan. Step 3, now this could be day 3 or month 3, but step 3 is you got to be present. So after you're done dealing with grief, pain, sorrow, hurt, anger, resentment, and all those feelings, you got to be present. So when the kids are with you, you got to put the other stuff down, like put the phone down, put the Facebook down, put the scrolling on social media down, like just be there with them. If you get a weekend, take the whole weekend, like go do something, go somewhere where cell phones don't even work, like be present. I know with my little guy, one of the things we did was, before the virus world happens, we'd do school lunch. I would physically go to school on occasion, and I'd bring him lunch. And we'd sit and we'd have lunch and we'd talk and laugh. And sometimes we'd build a Lego project in our 30 minutes because, he's an expert Lego builder. And so that was something fun that we got to do. But I made sure that I showed up and I was present. When it was my time to be there, I was there. Another things we got to do, a lot of times I didn't have a whole day. I just had a couple hours for visitation. So what I would do is my ex had a playground in her neighborhood. So he would go to that playground and I would be there on that playground with him. And we'd spend 2 or 3 hours on that playground. We'd play all kinds of silly games, throwing the ball and rolling stuff down the slide and making bases and forts, just like it's my house. She was gone, she did whatever, and then when I'm done, hey, we're done, and just drop them back off at the house. But in those moments and in that time I had, maximize those moments. You got to be present. And so make sure you can celebrate your kids each time you have a visit, you have a weekend, you have time together. Make sure you're there. Because if they come to your house and you're not present, why do they want to come see you if it's just like any other day? Like they just go watch TV in a room or they just play on a phone the whole time. What's the point of even coming over to see you? Got to let them know you want them there and be present. So, recapping again, step one, breathe. Step two, make a plan. Step three, you got to be present. And step four, and this is further down the road, is called the new normal. So, in the new normal, you can have a lot of things going on. Like you're maximizing your time. You want to be efficient with your kids. Like you figured out, like, hey, we can do video calls once a week, or my guy, he plays online games, so we can play. I can be on a game at my house, and he can be on a game at his house. We can talk, we can laugh, we can smash the bad guys, and that's great because that's something that he loves to do, and it's something I can do with him, and we can be together even though we're not in the same place. So you got to figure out some of those things in your new normal, and then you got to be talking up the next time you're going to be together. Like we're going to go on this adventure, or we're going to go fishing, or oh my goodness, you're not going to believe this. I got this new fishing pole. It's going to be awesome. Or we got this new thing at our house, or there's a new theater, there's a new movie, or a new Avengers something or other came out. We're going to watch it. New games, whatever it is that your kids are into, you got to be into it, and you got to talk it up the time. The next, next time you guys are going to be together. So it's almost like adults at work, like looking at the calendar. When's the next 3 day weekend? Oh my gosh, when are we going to have some time? When are we going to do another barbecue? When are we going to do a vacation? Kids are the same way. They want something to look forward to, and you got to give them that in your new normal. So you're going to be able to put that all together for them. And the next piece of the new normal as you move further is the new wife, new life. So as you move forward, you may find yourself in a new relationship, and that new relationship is very delicate around your previous family because now you have a new person interjected into that old family, and that new person might feel out of place. And so your job and your role is to help everyone, your new spouse, new girlfriend, whoever that may be, that new person in your life, to feel comfortable with you, with your relationship with your kids, and with your kids. Because your kids, everybody loves kids. I mean, most people are not going to be mean to kids, but your relationship, when you're at Walmart, you're thinking, oh man, my son would love this thing right here, or oh my goodness, my kids would really, they would just love to have one of these at the house. You think we could get this for me? Don't be surprised. Like that relationship that's on your mind will hardly ever be on their mind for your new relationship. So there's a learning curve to that in your new normal. So make sure you take time for that in your new relationships as you get into your new normal and you can survive. So step one, Dad, you got to know you can breathe, you can make it. I'm going to survive. Step two, the game plan. You're the strategist, you're the coach, you're putting things in order, make it happen, get a plan so you can succeed. Step three, be present. When your kids are there, you got to be there. Show up and show up big time. That way they can know they're still loved and you can feel that emotional connection still. And step four, the new normal. As you move into that new normal, you want to make sure that if you end up with new wife, new life, that everybody is on board for what you need, what the emotions are around your previous family and your new family moving forward. So don't miss that step as you get prepared. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And as always, keep getting stronger every day. Thanks.